I've lived in this suburban town my whole life, and I always thought it was a safe and peaceful place. That was until the Graves family moved into the old Victorian house at the edge of town. People whispered about them, saying they were strange and kept to themselves. But I never paid much attention to the rumors until one night when I experienced something that changed my life forever. It was a warm summer night, and I was out for a walk when I noticed the old Victorian house. Its windows were dark, and the front yard was overgrown with weeds. I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease as I passed by. Suddenly, a light flickered on in one of the windows, and I froze. I could see the silhouette of a woman standing in the window, but before I could get a good look, the light turned off again. Curiosity got the better of me, and I found myself walking towards the house. As I got closer, I could hear strange whispers and laughter coming from inside. I convinced myself it was just my imagination, but my heart was racing. I reached the front gate and saw a small gravestone with the name Graves carved on it. It sent chills down my spine, but I couldn't turn back now. I pushed open the gate and made my way to the front door. It was slightly ajar, and I hesitated before pushing it open. The whispers and laughter grew louder as I stepped inside. The house was dark and musty, with old furniture covered in white sheets. I couldn't see anyone, but I could feel a presence watching me. I made my way through the house, trying to find the source of the noises. Suddenly, I heard a loud crash coming from upstairs. My heart was pounding in my chest, but I couldn't stop myself from climbing the creaky staircase. The whispers grew louder, and I could make out words like, "Get out," and "Leave now." I reached the top of the stairs and saw a door slightly ajar. I pushed it open, and what I saw will haunt me forever. The room was filled with flickering candles, and in the center was a woman dressed in black with long, dark hair. She was surrounded by gravestones and was muttering in a language I couldn't understand. I couldn't move. I was frozen in fear. Suddenly, the woman turned to me and let out a blood-curdling scream. I ran as fast as I could, small, down the stairs and out of the house. I didn't stop until I was back home, safe in my own bed. The next day, I tried to convince myself it was all just a nightmare. But when I walked by the house, it was completely abandoned. The Graves family was gone, and no one in town seemed to know where they went. I did some research and found out that the Graves family had died in a tragic accident years ago. Rumor has it that their spirits still haunt the house, and anyone who enters will never leave. I couldn't shake off the feeling that I was being watched, even in my own home. The whispers and laughter followed me everywhere, and I couldn't sleep at night. I knew I had to do something, so I went back to the house one last time. I stood in front of the gate and took a deep breath. I walked up to the front door and said out loud, "I'm sorry for intruding. I didn't mean any harm. Please let me go in peace." The whispers and laughter stopped, and the house was silent once again. From that day on, I never heard or saw anything from the Graves family house. But I couldn't shake off the feeling that I was being watched. I learned my lesson, never to mess with the supernatural. The Graves family may be gone, but their spirits still linger, and I will never forget the terrifying paranormal experience I had in that old Victorian house.